pride, sloth, envy, gluttony,
Take bath with my kids. I'm naked with my kids.
wrath. These sinful traits are a mark of indecency, standing as eternal, never-present reminders of human imperfection. But sitting atop them all lies one sin that embodies all that is wrong with the world, the most insidious sin of all, greed. For the love of money is the root of all evil. What does this have to do with IXL? I just want to make a cool intro or something. We messing with it or like, cause I put a lot of work into that intro, you know. I put a lot. I'm assuming the lucky few of you watching this video right now who don't know what IXL is might be a little confused. What exactly is IXL? Well, I'm not exactly glad you asked, but allow me to explain the cruel mechanism that is IXL, devised to make the lives of innocent children a living hell, as well as to finally put the trauma of me and many others who had to suffer through this horrible, horrible website to rest for good. IXL is an American maths learning website created in 1998 by Paul Mishkin that seeks to be a tool for children to use for learning and practicing various topics and subtopics in maths. They have an array of different topics corresponding with the school year you're in, and they do offer an English curriculum, although IXL is primarily a maths learning site. When you go onto a topic in IXL, your main objectives will be to answer all of the questions that come up correctly in order to reach 100 points. Each time you complete a subtopic exercise, you'll be awarded a shiny gold medal, which serves zero purpose other than letting you know that yes, you can in fact do 0 times tables 50 times over for 50 gold medals, so that your mom will think you're actually doing any real work until she catches you and promptly sends you to the incinerator to be burned for your transgressions. Now, after everything I've outlined so far, it may seem that IXL really can't be anything crazy, and that I'm just overreacting. Well then, since you have the audacity to doubt the great and mighty Urion, I'll explain to you IXL's point. I've already outlined that on this site, you choose subtopics under a main topic to do questions on, and you must achieve 100 points to complete the exercise. Well, for every question you get right, the amount of points awarded to you decreases from 10 all the way to 1. And the points you lose, because you do lose points when you make any mistakes, and I mean any mistakes, increases from 1 to 10. So let's say you get the first question correct. Neat! You're at 10 points now. Get the next question wrong? Well, now you're at 9 points. If you're still following along, then let me give you this hypothetical. You've been doing long division questions on IXL, and you're up to 80 points. Now, every question answered correctly rewards you with 2 points. You're an 8-year-old who's just barely grasped how multiplication works, and so long division is something that's difficult and takes time with each question. It's been hard. At the start, you were doing poorly, making little progress. However, you start to get the hang of it a little more, climbing up in points, 50, 60, 70, and then 80. You're about an hour and a half in. It's been tough, but you persevere. You make it to 90 points after 5 hard questions. You're in the end game now. Every question counts. You make it to 96, 97, 98, but then you make a mistake. A small mistake. You knew better than to make a mistake like that. But alas, you're dragged back down into the depths, back to 88%. You're devastated. 20 minutes of hard work wasted. But you're still determined. And no matter what it takes, you will get that medal. Also the fact that your parents won't let you leave until you complete the exercise. Okay, I'll just get back to where I was. This time, without making the same silly mistake. You make a typo. Your ass is dragged all the way back to 71 points. 2 hours of your life wasted. On top of that, your parents think that you're a dumbass. Thanks a lot, Paul. No, parents pay for this. Like, they give their money to this company as a subscription. For this, for IXL. How much money does IXL even make? I think I'm gonna just pretend I didn't see that and move on. If I could encapsulate the amount of unbridled rage and utter despair that IXL has caused me when I was younger, I do not put it lightly when I say that this website literally ruined my childhood. Every single question drained my life force energy and sucked the soul out of my body like a vampire. You know, my dad, my wonderful father, used to do this thing where he would watch me do IXL, which is already bad enough because I hate being watched while I work. But not only would he do that, he would ask me after every single question, "How did you do these questions?" It didn't matter if I already did the exact same question previously. Every time, this guy would ask me to explain how I did it, basically making me do it twice. That shit made me want to jump out of the window like Foxy Fanatic. But I don't need to explain anymore. I mean, just look at the ratings. And the reviews. Oh,
Have to.
No.
Yes.
No.
Why not? Why won't you?
Learn IXL.
Kill my grandma, okay?
IXL equals stepping on Lego. IXL is the psychological equivalent of stepping on a Lego for 3 hours straight. It back itself is a personalized learning experience, but what it really teaches is how to lose hope in 0.2 seconds. One tiny mistake is say goodbye to 20 smart score points and your remaining will to live. The smart score isn't smart, it's emotional blackmail with numbers. Schools, please stop using IXL. It's not education. It's digital punishment. IXL's idea of motivation is making you redo 40 questions because you sneezed mid-answer. The explanations are vague, the grading is inconsistent, and the only thing it improves is your ability to rate silently at a Chromebook. IXL doesn't build character, it erodes it. If Dante wrote in 4 notes a day, there would be a circle of hell called IXL, English, and Maths Practice.
I love this program. My daughter is 5 and already at a halfway through grade 1. I love the scoring system, and when she sees it hit 100, she's so excited. Yes, it does make you go back for more if you get it wrong, but this teaches your child to pay attention better and makes her do more questions, so you know she's really understanding the lesson. Best thing I have paid for online.
Do not even use this. My dad made me and my other siblings use it. Gotta say, it's completely awful. The questions are so repetitive, and it is mostly meant to destroy your mentality instead of actually helping your academics. I saw no improvement in my academics when I used IXL. In fact, nothing really happened to it at all. When you get a question wrong, it's trauma-inducing. Sorry, incorrect, shows up again. Can't they use something more positive, like, let's check your answer again? The explanation is also vague. It does not point out why you made a mistake. For the science and social studies one, it is a highly ineffective and even more trauma-inducing than the math and ELA ones, because you either need a streak or a certain number of questions to move on to the next stage, which may be fair screamed for everyone needed a streak. The time-elapsed system is very unnecessary. Why on earth are you keeping track of how long it takes for us to use one single skill? Yeah, for awards, but still it is unnecessary. The smart score system is what is the most traumatizing for every kid. It goes up for a correct answer slowly, but it crashes deeply for every incorrect answer. Imagine being 1 away from 100 and getting the final question wrong, so you drop it like a 90. Unless you don't care about your mental health, don't use IXL.
False advertisements. No,
I'm not writing this review on the mechanics, which are AI, but the ads, both video and banner. I probably did this in elementary school, but we never used it. Video ads. IXL claims that it makes screen time fun, when in reality, it is just a site where it feels like he's so good for it. And I really think that it's a mental endurance test. They also claim that when your class sees your IXL prizes, that they would be begging for one. Like, who thinks that they want to spend 50 hours on a skill just for some stupid profile picture option? Banner ads. They falsely advertise that they have good reviews, when in reality, everyone hates it because of the smart skull that isn't smart at all. I have never hated something more than this app. The emotional trauma and damage this app put my class through is insane. My soul genuinely aches when I complete tasks. I work for IXL. I work on IXL for 15 minutes for all my progress to be gone with just a single wrong question. For those who are considering trying this app, don't! Just don't! Kids in my class have cried for the suffering of this app. Kids broke their computer because of how much this app infuriates them.
No matter who you are, never get IXL. It doesn't matter if you're an educator looking for software for your students, or someone who trying to study at home. Never, and I mean never, use IXL. The program will punish you with low gain, high loss, smart score system that will leave you feeling burnt out, stressed, and doubtful about your learning abilities. All while giving it the vague expectations that are impossible to grasp. If you're using IXL, cancel your subscription as soon as you can. And remember that you're not stupid for taking a long time to understand what you're learning. And it's IXL who's being incompetent.
Yeesh, with the reviews like that, you'd think the CEO killed their family using a steamroller. Actually, who was the CEO again? Paul J. Mishkin founded IXL in 1998, died in 2009. Huh. There's no Wikipedia article on this guy. Well, if he's dead, then I suppose IXL probably has a new CEO then. Their website still says Paul Mishkin? But he died in 2000 and... Wait, if IXL gained popularity and was even still receiving updates and an entire new curriculum while I was still using it, and I was born only a year before Mishkin's death, surely they would have updated the page, right? Come to think of it, he looks like a completely different person in almost every image. I get it now. Paul Mishkin must not be a real person. Mishkin's just simply a title that's passed down from generations of child torturers. It all makes sense now. No mere human could do what Paul Mishkin did. It all makes sense now. IXL is a company, is simply one of the many means that the Mishkin lineage have used across the ages to satiate their hunger for the cries and misery of children globally. IXL's just a piece of the puzzle. But my goodness, I have to tell someone about this. I have to spread the word.
Hey, listen. Keep reading the script, okay? Keep reading the script. Yeah, you hear this? That's gonna go through your fucking skull if you stop reading the script.
Okay. IXL is a great website for learning maths and even English. Despite what the reviews may say, IXL is a truly intuitive tool for overcoming mathematical hurdles and reaching your true potential. Thank you, Paul Mishkin, for creating such a wonderful site, and I gladly will pay my own money to access it. All hail Mishkin! All hail Mishkin! All hail... In all seriousness, I made this video mainly to complain, to be honest, but also because IXL has caused me a lot of strife in the past. But I pretty much haven't used it since I was like 12 years old. So I'm making this video to finally put the nail in the coffin so that I and all those who have suffered with me can leave this pain in the past and let go. I'll be seeing you. Yuri out.
But Yurion, wouldn't this problem be entirely circumvented if you're actually just good at maths and then goof off during class instead of actually paying attention to what the teacher is teaching you?
Shut your